touched on was the elderly, and the fact that I think the latest numbers is 1 in 5 of us is going to live to be over 100. One of the long-term plans that was put in, I'm not sure by which government, is the our ESP. I'm not sure what that costs the federal government, but I used to be an internal auditor to come up with solutions with operations problems. And one of the issues that I see with long-term care, which is my issue, Minister Morneau knows exactly who I am from his writing. Long-term care is a huge issue, while I know that that's a provincial problem. In long-term care are people with dementia who only need personal service workers. I see an opportunity to have an RPSB where we start to save for our own old age, not in an RSP way where there's you miss out on tax revenue because of that, but to wake people up to not assume that the government will look after me in my old age. We don't have enough long-term care beds, period. Certainly not in this province. The other issue that I have is I'd like to be able to take my own money and invest in the building of those beds. So, I watched the Ontario government pay 5.5% on the debt. Pay me prime -1. I want to be able to invest in something that's going to be built in my neighborhood. So 2 different ideas that look into the future so that I'm not a burden to my grandchildren.
Nate, go speak. I know that the current government knows this is a big issue. I'm hoping that what you talk about becomes a big part of the discussion leading up to the 2019 election. Like we're certainly there now in terms of the demographics in the next 2 decades. That ratio of working age population to senior